Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye, dear. Hi, everyone. I think we're live. Courtney had to help me set up the channel. Yeah, anyway, good morning. Are you guys all well? Let me just get back to a space here. It's Friday morning, and there are many of you that I'm so happy are here. I can't see without my glasses, but oh yeah, I see. Hi guys, Natasha, Kristen, Lisette, Lawrence, Ute. My gosh, Jane, Marianne. Hi you guys. Hello everyone. So anyway, it's a beautiful day, and we're super lucky to have this chance to come together. It's actually a special day. It is the spring equinox, and about 5 a.m. this morning in the Swiss time, there was a balancing out between night and day, between the dark and the light. And I think today I really would like to touch on that in our practice, where we're going to go through some balancing poses. And I know my friend Jane will love that. But equally, we're going to work on building some strength. And both of these are attributes that are incredibly important right now as we go through so much emotional upheaval with the changes that we're experiencing around us and inside of us. I think as we stay, for some of us, depending where you are when you watch this, we're in confined quarters already, all learning to live with a different sense of space, learning to balance our lives with those around us. I know this happened to be a good day to do a video since both my daughter and husband were not on videos themselves. So yes, that will be a little bit of the focus today. But before I begin our practice with you today, I have a little quote that I want to share with you. I hope the sound is good, and maybe I just come up close to check that for a minute, and then I'll move back so you can actually see me. Yes, I need my glasses. Okay, is the sound good, everyone? Loud enough? Okay, great. Thanks, Courtney. So the quote that I'd like to start our practice with is one from Swami Chivilasananda, which is very hard for me to say, but she's also well known as Guru Mai. Guru Mai is the teacher of one of my very dear friends and teachers, Ursula. And she gave me this book last year called The Magic of the Heart. And it's just a brief just description of the importance of our hearts and the importance of returning to our hearts to strengthen them and remember who we really are. So just to start, maybe everybody close your eyes and place your hands on your heart. And just take a couple of deep breaths. Just beginning to slow everything down. Notice the contact of your sits bones with the earth. Inhale all the way from the base of your spine to the crown of your head. And take a deep exhalation through the mouth. We'll do that one more time. Just releasing any tension, any jitters this morning, maybe that I have. So you inhale, exhale. And then just keep watching your breath. Drawing your awareness into the heart. Maybe even noticing your heartbeat. The cave of the heart shines brilliantly. It blazes with a self-born light. Without either sun or moon, the cave of the heart is lit by itself. So let's continue to watch our breath. Maybe just noticing how you're feeling right now. Checking out any sensations that you feel inside the body. Continue to breathe into the heart center. As you inhale into your heart center, exhale down to the base of your spine. Inhaling into the heart and directing the energy of the heart down into the base of the spine. And then we'll take our awareness down from our heart in front of our belly. And you can move your hands there if that feels comfortable. And start to just breathe in the belly. Grounding our presence. As you inhale, you'll feel a slight lift in the belly. And as you exhale, release. And then gently begin to shape the breath. Inhaling to a count of 4, 5, or 6. This time now from the belly all the way up to the crown of the head. And back from the crown of the head down to the belly. And as you continue to breathe like this, you can add a little bit of a squeeze at the end of your exhalation. Bringing the warmth of the heart down into the belly. Continue with about 2 or 3 more breaths at your own pace. Inhaling from the base all the way up to the crown of your head, exhaling down. Entering from our hearts into our bodies today. And then just slowly let the hands rise up to your heart center in Anjali Mudra. And let's start our practice with one Om that we sing together. Before we do that, if any of you have any intention that's really rising in you today that you want to set, maybe take a couple moments to just listen to your heart. And see what little seed is starting to grow. And as you're ready, we'll take a deep inhalation. Exhale. Inhale. Just listening to the silence behind the sound. Let's gently open our eyes as we inhale, lifting our palms above our head. Exhale the arms to the side. Bring the hands back to the heart center. Inhale up. Exhale back down. We'll do this 2 more times as we inhale, lifting up, looking up at your palms. Exhale down. Coming back to the center. Inhaling up. Exhale all the way down. And then just take your left hand and place it on your right knee. And do a little twist to your right side. Looking down your shoulder. Feeling it in the low belly. Come back to center. We'll twist the other direction. And come back to center. And let's start to stir up a little bit heat in our belly. As we start to make circles in one direction. We'll come back to the mat now so you can see me better. And just start to make circles one way. And just feel into any of those places. There's a little bit of holding. You might want to stay there a little bit longer. And then we'll go the other direction. And come back to center. Let's start to articulate our spines by curving in on our exhalation. Inhale, looking up to the sky. Exhale, curving. Really squeezing into the belly. Deepening our breath with each move. And one more. Now let's take our arms up to our shoulders and start to make circles. Getting into the shoulder blades. You can bring the elbows closer. And we'll do one more. Let's go the other direction. And noticing any cracks or creaks. Feeling that you are in your body. And then we can release our hands. Let's inhale all the way up. Palms come together as we push our hands up to the sky. See if you can release your shoulder blades down your back. And take 4 deep breaths here, squeezing the belly to do so on your exhale. And for anyone who is pregnant here, I don't know who the attendees are, just do a nice gentle breath. No squeezing. And let's release our hands. Inhale one more time. Now take your hands behind your head. You're going to clasp your fingers. You're going to take your hands right at the base of your skull. And then if you have a tissue, you might want to have a tissue just to blow your nose if you're a little congested. And we're going to do, it's not quite breath of fire, but it's similar to Kapalabhati breath of fire because we're going to inhale to the right, exhale to the left. So we're going to start slow, but we're going to get faster. So as you're ready, just inhale. Continue. Really squeezing into the low belly as you make the movement and feeling the pull as you turn to your left side. And we'll come back to center and let's speed up. So as you're ready, let's begin. Hips stay grounded. The movement is right around the umbilical. 2 more, and on your last one, exhale and hold. When you feel the need to inhale, inhale the arms up, hold, exhale, release. And just place your hands on your knees for a moment, close your eyes, and just notice the effect of this breath. Bringing more energy up into the body. And let's gently open our eyes, and we're going to come all the way to all fours. So everyone turn around and just staying in all fours. We're going to take our left leg all the way back, take our right leg forward, starting to work on the strength in our belly, in our abdominals. And if you will, you can imagine someone pulling your fingers and your toes, finding length down from your toes to your fingers. And 2 more breaths here. You can start to breathe in Ujjayi if you're familiar with it, to deepen your breath, deepen the practice. Take your other leg back, other arm forwards. Maybe play with kind of observing what happens if you say, breathe into your heart, exhale through the hands and the feet. Just see the experience of focusing your attention in a different way when you're holding a position. And then we'll release back down. And slowly we're going to come up and sit on our toes. This is Courtney's favorite. So here we're starting to stretch the bottom of our feet, activating our feet, and now we're going to activate our hands. So we're going to take our hands first right in front of us, and then we're going to slowly start to turn them around, so eventually your wrists are going to face forwards. So now it really depends on if this is too much of a strain on your wrists, just turn them around. That's okay too. But if it's okay for you, you can start to just push the hands into the earth and start to curve the spine in. And then inhale, look up. Exhale, curve in. Inhale, look up. Excuse me, exhale. You do this 3 more times at your own pace. I need a little sip of tea. And once you've finished, you can release your feet down. And we'll come to sit on our knees. So one of the practices that I like to add to classes are mudras. And this is something I learned again from my lovely friend Ursula. Mudras are hand gestures that are not just about moving the hands. Actually, when you do certain changes, like in an asana position, it activates different parts in your body. It activates the subtle body in a different way than we're normally used to. So the mudra that I'd like to use today is Ganesha mudra. The reason this mudra is very helpful for this practice is that it helps to activate your heart, to strengthen it. It also helps with your lungs. It actually helps increase the bronchial passages. And so how we're going to do this mudra is, I'll come a little bit closer again. We're just going to take our right hand in front of us, thumb down, and then our left hand is going to come in front. And what we'll do is we'll just take the hands, and as you inhale, spine's nice and long, and as you exhale, you're going to pull those elbows apart. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, you pull the elbows apart and start to become aware of a little opening in your heart center. Continue to do this, nice even breath. And you'll also notice when you're doing it, that the shoulder blades are kind of drawing together in the back. Continue 2 more breaths. And see if you can sense in here. Like, do you feel any tension in your heart center? Any sensitivity? And then we can release our hands and just place them right on the heart. Maybe close your eyes for a moment. And just notice how you feel. Feeling the heart beating, sustaining you with every pump. And we'll gently open our eyes and switch hands. And usually you can tell because it's going to be more awkward than the other one. And again, let's inhale, exhale. And 6 times on your own, either with the eyes open or closed. Ganesh Mudra is representative of the Hindu deity Ganesha. And Ganesha is known for providing the inner wisdom and strength that we need and we can return to when we come back to our heart center. It's also associated with courage and openness. And finally, it is the remover of obstacles. So just think of these qualities. If you take one more deep breath, release your hands, close your eyes. Just come back to your heart center. Finding that inner wisdom. It's beyond the duality of light and dark. Where we always are balanced. And then we can gently open our eyes, place your hands on your knees. We'll come back to all fours. And then if you have blocks, you're welcome to use them. You don't need to use the blocks. We're just going to go into a low lunge to start. So everyone take your right leg forwards. And again, if you don't have the blocks, don't worry about it. I'm going to put them here. And then we'll just come up onto your knee. So just start looking forward. Start to feel the stretch in the front of your left thigh. Then inhale, exhale, move a little bit forwards. As you do this, bring your right hip back. Bring the belly in, so you're supporting your low back. And we're going to inhale back up. Let's do this again. Exhale. Inhale back up. Exhale. This time, find your center. Inhale from your heart. Arms up to the sky. Exhale the arms back down. Inhale the arms up, out into cactus arms. Inhale up, exhale back down. Inhale up, this time hold. 4 deep breaths in your low lunge. Maybe even perceiving your heart beating right now. We'll inhale back up and take our right leg back and bring the left leg forwards. So this is just a setup for some of you who need the balance here. And we'll just place our hand here. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale the arms up, reaching up to the sky. Looking up, exhale back down. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale up. Exhale back down. Inhale arms up. 4 deep breaths in your low lunge. And after your 4th breath, you're going to take your hands down. You're going to bring your left knee back. And we're going to take our blocks. We're going to go into, if you have them or not, we're going to go into a plank pose. So in plank pose, it's kind of nice to work with the blocks because you're a little bit more elevated. Feeling your heart beating here. Let's push ourselves back to a down dog. Inhaling up. Exhale back. Inhaling forwards. And if they're sliding, just move them out of the way. Mine's starting to slide on my mat. Exhale forwards. And release your knees. Push back to a child's pose. Take 4 deep breaths here. Returning to your intention in child's pose. Feeling the breath as it's moving up your spine. And then we're going to slowly move out of child's pose. We're going to roll up. And we're going to go into Anahatasana, which is kind of like puppy pose. So in this pose, you want to have your hips right above your knees. The arms are extended wide, wider than your mat. And then you're going to release your head to the earth. Keeping the arms active, imagine that your heart is sinking and opening down to the earth. Pulling your shoulder blades down the back. Coming back to your breath. And then on the next inhalation, just lift your head up and start to move your arms to the left side. You're going to walk to the left side. And then you're going to exhale down here. Take 4 deep breaths here. And then we're going to walk our hands back. And we're going to go to the right side. And take 4 deep breaths on the right side. And then come back to center. And then you're going to push up to a down dog. And in down dog, just take a moment to pedal out your feet. Maybe even look at your feet. Look at the toes. Look at your ankles. Connect with the earth. Keeping the eyes open in down dog. Often in practice, we get really internal, and that's so important too. But sometimes when you look at your feet, when you look at your body, you can become even more present. Because sometimes when we close our eyes, we get lost in thought versus being in the body. And then we're going to take our right leg up to the sky. To get straight back, bend your knee, and start to make circles. 4 circles, first to the right, opening up our hips. Other direction. Then straighten that leg and release it. Left leg goes up, 4 circles. Now, for any of you who are newer to this practice, anytime you feel a little bit tired, you're more than welcome to take a break. That break can be just hanging out in down dog, and once you've done your 4th, come to down dog, everyone. Stay in down dog for 4 breaths, or alternatively, if you need to rest, you can come back to child's pose for 4 breaths. And just listen to your body. How is it feeling today? And we're going to roll forwards again into a plank. Let's hang out in plank for 4 deep breaths. Now we're going to shift over to side plank, Vashisthasana, and there's a couple options here. If you need support, bring your left leg forwards, either right near the foot or really forwards, or you can place your left foot on top of the right, and then push the hand into the earth, opening the arm here, lifting up your hips, inhaling the arm above the head, exhale, inhale up, exhale, 2 more. And then we're going to turn and release back to our plank. Push back to a down dog. Being on our hands like this, heart upside down. Heart is beating faster. We're strengthening our heart, increasing the circulation in our body. And now we're going to roll forwards to the left side. Let us switch directions. And then we're going to open. And just notice for a second where your shoulder is. See if it's right above the wrist as you inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, 2 more. And then turn back to plank, push back to your down dog. And then you can slowly walk your feet up to the top of your mat and keep your knees bent and look down at your feet again. Just connect with those feet. Maybe even place your hands on your feet for a second. Connecting hands and feet. And then sit back a little bit. Take your fingertips on the outside of your ankles. Sit back even more as you inhale all the way up. Chair pose. Taking a couple breaths here. And then exhale the hands to the heart center. And we're going to twist to our left side. As you twist to the left side, notice that the right knee wants to go forward. See if you can bring the right hip back. And don't forget to breathe. And let's inhale back to center. Exhale, other side. 4 breaths here. Inhale back to center. Lift your arms back up. Push your feet into the earth. Inhale up. Exhale, arms to the side. And everybody just shake it out. I'm going to pay attention to time since I'm notorious for going long in videos. So how's everyone doing? Yay! So everybody, if you want to take a sip of tea, I'm going to take a sip of tea. We're going to do some standing postures now. Wonderful. Okay, so I like to call this next series the 5 Love Warriors. So we're going to go through 5 warriors, and these are all these positions that we need to strengthen our body, to feel not only good inside physically, but also to help us balance our emotions. I don't know about many of you, but I'm finding that there's some waves of emotions coming to me that almost feel like they're not mine. So I'm trying to just surf as I can, and when I need to, let things go, let it out, and that's why our practice is so good, but so important. But also you can see, as my breath is a little elevated, it's good that we test ourselves a bit, that we actually start to build more resilience in ourselves. Okay, enough talking. So we're gonna go first into warrior one. So take your right foot forwards, and then take your left foot. So the heel is facing back, your foot's at about 45 degrees. And you're gonna take your hands on your hips, bring your right hip back. You might have to adjust. You kind of push into that back heel and really push the back heel, back thigh lifts up, and then you start to sink a little bit more into that front leg. Hang out here for a moment, and then we're going to take our arms up. We're going to exhale them back down. Arms come up. Exhale into cactus. Arms come up. Exhale back down. Arms come up again, this time hold for 4 breaths. Really squeezing on your exhalation into the belly. And on your 4th breath, we're actually going to open up to our second warrior, warrior 2. Just take a moment to find your space. You can actually release your hands onto your hips. And the back foot's parallel to the mat. As you can see, I'm lifting up a little bit in the thigh. That may be where a lot of us are. You can go a little deeper. Eventually, we want to have this thigh parallel to the earth. And that's just practice, right? It's all about practice. Now, we're going to take our hands on our heart, lift them up, and take them a little bit higher than your head, and start to just rotate. This is a great way to get into your rotator cuff, your shoulder. You'll probably notice one is much tighter than the other. And then you're just going to exhale the arms down and take a moment to turn, looking forwards to that right hand. And then we're going to inhale our arms up. Exhale, look forwards. Inhale up, follow the hand. Exhale forwards. Inhale up. Exhale. One more. Exhale. Hold for 4 breaths here. Noticing the beat of your heart. And then we're going to release our hands down, straighten this leg, and we'll switch to the other side to do warrior 1 and warrior 2 on our left side. But to do that, you're actually going to have to lift this back leg a little bit. Bring this right hip forwards. Right. Push into the back heel, lean forwards, and bring the belly in. Supporting yourself. Feeling the connection of your back heel with the earth and of your front foot with the earth. Inhaling the arms up. Exhale down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale the cactus. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Inhale, 4 deep breaths. Maybe smiling, right? And then we're going to open our arms to warrior 2. Again, find your position first. And notice sometimes this hip wants to go forwards. Bring that hip back. Really having your chest and your belly all facing my direction. I'm facing you. And maybe if you can, go a little bit deeper, testing yourself a little bit more. If it's too much, back off, listen to the body. Inhale the arms up again. And let's get back into those rotator cuffs. And release. Just for a moment before we begin this part. I know I'm making you hold. Actually, let's do this first. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, exhale. Now for a second, just take a moment to look back at your right hand and see that as the past. And slowly turn your head and look forwards. See that as the future. And then come back to your center and just see where you are right now. And then as you turn forwards to look to the future, see if you can stay present in your body. Taking 2 more deep breaths here. I know. And then we're going to release the arms. Just take your shoulders up. Nice. Okay, before we go into our 3 other warriors, let's just take a fold forwards. Nice long extension. Push your feet, outer heels into the earth. Lift your kneecaps. And then extend from the base of your spine all the way through the crown of your head. If you have blocks, you can put hands on blocks if you can't reach the floor. If it's hard to reach the floor, you can always bend your knees here too, right? Or just straighten your legs, place the hands on the floor. And we're going to walk forwards to a wide-legged down dog. And really use the earth. Use your hands connecting to the earth to push yourself. It's almost like keep your arms a little wider, just like we did in Anahatasana. So we're going to open that heart. Surrendering the heart to the present moment. And stay here for 4 deep breaths. And then keeping the head down, just slowly walk a little bit back and then start to walk the hands over to the right side. And then you're going to turn the right heel back a little bit, bend into it. You're going to reach forwards. So you might have to look up at what I'm doing. So that back, this leg is bent, these arms are forwards, and you're going to release here. And then inhale, walk the hands back across, and we'll go to the other side. So the left foot kind of turns, rotates out. We bend our knee. Careful of your knees. Don't want to hurt them. And then push into the earth. And come back to center. And in honor of all this spring energy that we have coming up, we're going to do some Shakti kicks. So let's place our hands right in front of us. And for those of you who are not familiar with Shakti kicks, you can watch for a second. For the rest of you who you are, you can start going, start jumping. So we're going to lift our legs a little bit closer together. Inhale, jump our feet to the center. Exhale out. Inhale, jump. Exhale out. The idea is to try to kick your butt. And for some of us, this is quite easy. For me, it's a challenge. But this way, we're really going to get our heart rate going. Let's do 2 more. And when you're out, start to walk your hands back. And then place your hands on your hips. Lengthen the spine. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, jump to the center. Whew. Okay, I'm getting a little sweaty, and that's a good thing right now. Okay, now we're going to go to our next series in our Love Warrior series. So to do this, we're going to go back into our Warrior One, okay? So inhale into your Warrior One, and then straight away, we're going to exhale into Warrior Two, and then we're going to reverse our Warrior. Exhale 4 times. Inhale up. And the last one, hold in a reverse warrior for 4 deep breaths. Again, noticing your heartbeat. You might almost feel like it's coming up into the throat. And come back to our Warrior Two. And start to straighten the leg. And let's go do the other side. So we're going to have to shift again a little bit to get into Warrior One first. So inhale up to your Warrior One. Exhale into Warrior Two. Inhale as you reverse your Warrior. Sink a little deeper, everyone. Inhale. Exhale. Head can be looking up to the sky. And on your 4th one, we're going to hold. Feeling the strength of your legs. Hearing your breath. And inhaling back up to center. Releasing the hands to the hips. And jumping again back to center. Okay. So, next series. Let's begin again. Okay, Warrior One. Inhale up. Let's just stay here for a little bit. And then first exhale. Cactus arms. Elbows come back. Inhale up. Cactus arms. Inhale up. And we're going to exhale to Warrior Two. And then we're going to take our hands behind us. We're going to go into our peaceful warrior. Take 4 deep breaths, lifting your arms up above, behind the back, sinking a little bit deeper into that front leg. Just seeing what is it can you let go of right now. And everyone, pull yourself back up with your hands, straightening the leg. And then you're going to turn forwards. And this may be a case where you might want your blocks. Now we're going to go into Warrior Three. If you need the support, you can use the blocks. If you don't, just take your hands on your hips and then jump the back leg a little bit forwards. And then you're going to push into this front foot, right? And then you're going to lift that back leg. I'm going to use it with the blocks first to start, right? And once you have that, you can lift your arms, maybe still have a slight bend in the leg. And take 4 deep breaths here. I know it's challenging. And then gracefully, we're going to try to go back to Warrior Two. Brilliant. Whew. Okay, let's go to the other side. And have your blocks ready if you need them. And we're going to start in Warrior Two. No, warrior one. Sorry, I have to remember. Okay, hands on the hips. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, exhale. Working our heart. Inhale, exhale. Now, we're going to shift our arms behind us, lift them up, come into warrior two, and then take our hands behind us right now. Just a moment just to work on the shoulders. Sometimes we actually pull too much across the shoulders, and it can actually be a little bit hurt a little bit. So for a moment, just everyone take their shoulders up, then bring them back. You feel the difference versus just going like this. So bring them up, bring them back. Feel the shoulder blades come together, and then grab the hands. And you can keep the hands open like this if you want a little more space. Depending on your body, you can also bring the palms together. For some, they might even want to grab your elbows. And we're going to go into our peaceful warrior. So inhale, lengthen. Exhale, begin to fold forwards. This is also called the humble warrior. Sometimes we kind of want to know everything, or we think we know everything. And in times like this, we don't, and we just have to kind of humble ourselves and trust in the unknown and be open to it. And if we're afraid, acknowledge our fear, accept the fear so it can pass through us. Okay, and then we're going to pull ourselves back up and then get ready for warrior three. So bring your back leg forwards, have your blocks ready. And if you are not using the blocks, sometimes it's actually easier to go straight into it versus blocks into forwards. So you're going to bend that front leg first, and then you're going to lift up this back leg. Whoops. Yes, I needed the blocks. And then once you have your balance, bring your hands forwards. And you'll notice that leg on the ground might be shaking a bit, right? We have to constantly make small movements in our body to keep our balance. You can slowly come out of it into warrior two, as graceful as possible. And then just straighten that leg. And let's shake it out. Okay, how's everyone doing? Great. Okay, I think I can run this till 10:50 if everyone's okay with that. Sound good? Okay, so we're gonna start to slow down a little bit, but before we do this, yes, we're gonna slow down a bit. So the next exercise I want to do is gonna work on strengthening our lungs along with our heart. Because when you think about the lungs and the heart, they're actually intricately connected. So you've got your right lung here, your left lung here. The right lung has 3 lobes, the left lung has 2. And the reason it has 2 is this heart takes up so much space here. So the practice that we're going to do is very simple but subtle. So let's take our arms up and then just grab, I'm going to come further back, your left wrist. Notice your feet. Maybe you can look down at your feet. Where are they? Keep them parallel. Do you feel the earth? Inhale, lengthen. Exhale to the side. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the side. Inhale back to center. Release your arms. Now you're going to take your left arm forwards. And I'm going to kind of show you this. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this arm and it's going to come off. The shoulder blade is going to slide forwards off your back. And then your other arm is going to come under. It's in eagle arms, But it's a little bit different because just the one shoulder is open. I mean, it's off the shoulder, off the back. So what you're gonna do next is bend your knees. You're gonna curve forwards, and then you're actually gonna release your head all the way, folding forwards, and then if it's comfortable, you can straighten your legs. If you have any low back problems, keep the knees slightly bent. Release the head, and we're gonna take 10 breaths here, 10 deep breaths. And the last 2 we're gonna do with our mouth open. So continue to do your breaths. Just letting things move. The lungs are associated with grief and sadness. And sometimes it's buried very deep in the tissue. So this practice can help us release very, very deep holding, I guess, in the body is a way to describe it. And it's also paired with the heart, which is the source of joy. So in our life, we have both sadness and joy. It's just part of how it is. And your last breath, exhale through the mouth. And then bending your knees, you're going to slowly lift up your arms. Strong legs pushing up, releasing the arms. Just maybe notice if you have a little bit of a head rush, just take a moment to maybe find a focal point in front of you. And now what we're going to do is take our hands on top of the left side, the left lung, and then you're just going to gently pull this tissue, the front breast tissue, to the left side. And when you do that, you might start to feel already an opening. And then we'll start to turn the head to the right. And just stay here. Close your eyes. And feel into the center of your heart. Maybe sensing where it's touching the lungs. Breathing all the way into the upper left lung that extends actually above your collarbones. Now we release that as we inhale back to center. Inhale the arms up. And this time, take your left hand, and then you're going to turn to your right side. Look up under your arm towards the ceiling, and start to breathe into the side of your lung. Take 4 deep cleansing breaths here. So we're working with balancing our emotions. And we'll come back to center, release the arms, and then we're going to do the other side. So again, you're going to take this arm forwards. Now, right now, you can see that it's shoulders back here. As I take my hand here, I pull this off. I pull it up and off the back. And then I come under in an eagle arm, but again, a little bit different than a regular eagle arm. And then I'm going to start to bend my knees. I'm going to release my head all the way down. Straighten the legs. Take 10 deep breaths here. Maybe noticing what's moving in you. The last two, we're going to exhale through the mouth. And then you can bend your knees. Slowly roll up to standing. And release the arms. And then you're going to take your hands to your right side. And we're just going to start to pull this tissue to the right side. And then turn to the left side. I think it's easier with the right hand over the left. Close your eyes. Come back to your center. Be sensing the feet on the ground at the same time you sense your heart. We'll turn our head back to the center. Take your arms up to the sky. And then you're going to exhale to the left side. And take 4 deep breaths there. Again, getting into this side of the lung. Hello, Anya from Hamburg. Okay. Then let's exhale our arms down. And I want to get one balance in before we get back to the floor. And we're going to do eagle. This pose is really good for opening the back body, the upper back. And oftentimes when we think about opening our heart and everything, we think of from the front. And we don't think about the back so much. And the front is where we receive, the front is where we kind of give out. The back is where we receive. So to go into eagle, let's bend our left knee. And then you're going to lift this right leg nice and high. And then you're going to take this foot around. Arms are out. And we're going to take the opposite. So the left is going to come over, oopsie, the right. Now we're in eagle. Now you can stay here. Or if you want to go a little bit deeper, you're going to take a few breaths. And slowly sit down a little bit further back. It'll make you more stable. Bend forwards. Extending from your sacrum to the crown of your head. And feeling the opening in the back of your body. What can you receive right now in the back of your body? I'm going to slowly inhale up. Exhale as you open your arms and release. Beautiful. Okay, other side. Take a moment to really shift. Bend that knee, the right leg a little bit. Balance into that leg. And you know, everyone's different. Sometimes you can just get the foot over. That's fine. Sometimes you can wrap the foot. I notice every day is a little bit different. Isn't that the truth? And then let's take the right arm on top of the left. Palms together, or however you are. Maybe you can't do that. Keep the back of the palms. That's fine. And as you're ready, you're going to start to bend forwards, sitting back, feeling the strength, the connection of your foot as you root into the earth. As you inhale from the sacrum to the fingertips. We're going to slowly inhale back up. Exhale. Release. Okay, shake it out. Now, I've got a good amount of energy. We want to calm and center it. So everyone come to the top of your mats. Inhale up. Exhale, bring the palms down the center line. As you come down to the earth, releasing into Uttanasana. Inhale halfway as you look up. Step back to plank pose. And release all the way down to the earth. Inhale to baby cobra. Exhale back. And you can cross your legs here. And then we're going to sit down on our buttocks. And let's bring our legs out straight in front of us. I'm going to go a little bit further so I think you can see me. Hope everyone's doing well. So let's take our left knee up to us, up close to our chest. And then just take your right arm up to the sky. We're just going to do a little twist. We're going to wrap our arm around the knee. And then take the left arm up. Lengthen from your sits bone to your fingertips and release the hand back down. Push the fingers or the palm of the hand into your earth as you lift your spine. And then start to turn around to the left side. And come back to this space of the left lung. Breathe into here. Upper lung. Feel your rib cage as it wraps in towards the center of the spine. Your right leg is active, right foot's flexed. And then we're going to inhale back to center, and then we'll switch legs. So again, just take both your hands to bring the right knee as close as you can to your spine. Then we're going to take our left arm up, and we're going to wrap it around our right knee. And then we're going to take our left hand up, bring it behind us. Now, before you twist, look forwards at your foot. Spine's nice and long. And then see if you can twist from the bottom of your rib cage to your right side. And looking over your shoulder, maybe closing your eyes. You also have an option of taking your arm inside and doing another mudra, Bayan mudra, Bayan. Closing your eyes. And just have this sense of opening in the upper right lung. And feel the right rib cage curl into the center, back of the heart. I'm going to slowly turn back to center. I'm going to offer anyone who has a regular practice the option of doing a headstand right now. We're going to go into bridge pose. So whatever you want to do, I'm just going to do a gentle practice to open the heart, but you're more than welcome to go into bridge or not bridge, I'm sorry, wheel or headstand. But I would recommend to do a headstand or bridge versus wheel, because wheel is even more activating. And right now we want to start to calm down the nervous system. So just taking your hands here, belly's nice and strong. Take the back of your palms together as you slowly, slowly release all the way to the earth. And then inhale the arms above your head. Make sure you guys can see me. And then we're going to start with 4 moving bridges. So what we'll do is we'll inhale, lifting our hips up and our hands up. And then you're going to exhale, release. Feet are parallel, close to the buttocks. So as you lift up, The knees are right above the heels. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale all the way up. Exhale back down. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale just the arms down now. And then we're going to keep our hands underneath us. Rotate your shoulders underneath your chest. And for those of you who are in headstand, we're going to stay here in bridge for 10 breaths. And if that's too much, you can come out of it anytime. Feel the lift of your heart towards your chin. The chin is moving towards the top of the head. And when you're in bridge, keep the head looking up. We don't want to twist the neck when we're in this position. You can push your shoulders a little bit more into the earth. Feeling the breath as it's moving through your body. And on our last breath, we'll do 2 more. And just release the arms to the side. And as slowly as possible, vertebrae by vertebrae, release your spine to the floor. Just close your eyes for a moment and listen. And slowly roll over to the right side. And we're going to sit up. Everyone has a blanket. We're going to do a little bit of Nadi Shodhana before we go into our final relaxation. I think I better look at time. Okay, I think we're going to end up going till 11. Is everyone okay with that? I'll try to make it a little shorter, but you guys know me, right? So, Nadi Shodhana is a balancing breath. Many of you are familiar with it. The reason it is such a wonderful practice is once you have moved energy in the body, moved the subtle energy in this practice, you want to kind of refine it. And the way we refine the nadis, or the energetic web of our body, is we do breathing practices. Nadi Shodhana in particular is helpful for purifying your nostrils, and it's all about finding the balance that it can bring into not only the body, but the mind. All right, so as you're ready to begin, we're going to take our second and third finger and place them down on the palm of your hand. The right thumb is going to touch your right nostril, and then the left thumb is going to touch the left nostril right at where the cartilage, the harder cartilage kind of ends. And then just to start, everyone just take a deep breath out the mouth. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to close the right nostril and we're going to inhale through the left nostril. Pause. Close the left, exhale right. Inhale right, close, exhale left. Inhale left, close, exhale right. Inhale right, close, exhale left. Inhale left, close, exhale right. And everyone can continue to do this breath for another 10 breaths at your own pace, helping to calm our minds. And when you've finished your 10th breath, you can keep your eyes closed. Place your hands on your knees. And just take a moment to listen to your body. Be sensing into your heart center and how you're feeling right now. And let's all gently open our eyes, and we're going to roll on our backs, do a final twist, and prepare for Shavasana. So if anyone wants a blanket, this is a nice time to get a blanket. If anybody wants a pillow to put under your head, you're welcome to do that. Get comfortable. And as you can see, the body quickly cools down. So I'm also putting on my shirt. And let's, again, just roll onto our spines. And then everyone take your feet as wide as your mat, and then open your arms into a T, and then just let the legs twist to the right side, and the head can twist to the left side. You can take 4 or 5 deep breaths here. Beginning to let go. And then very slowly, you can bring your legs to the other side, the left side, and turn your head to the right side. Feeling the stretch on the right side of your body. And then, as you're ready, come back to center. And just check in how you feel right now. If you have any other moves you want to do, by all means, go ahead and do that. If you want to do Happy Baby, that's always a nice one to finish with. And I am going to be mindful. It is 10:52, so we are going to go into beautiful 7-minute Shavasana so we can finish up at 11. So I guess going forwards, these are going to be hour-and-a-half classes. Okay, everyone. So once you all get settled, begin to relax the body completely. Feel the contact of the floor on the back of the body. Noticing the touch of your heels with the earth. Noticing the pelvis, the upper back, and the head. Knowing that it's okay to surrender, to let go. And then sensing any remaining tension you have inside. And letting your awareness and your breath move there. And just notice it. And then sensing any space in your body where you feel more open. Let your awareness move there. And notice it. Notice the breath as it moves through you. Slowly, slowly surrendering and letting go. And from the silence of your heart, begin to wake up. Hear the sounds of the birds. Hear the sounds of the bells moving in you. And from the stillness of the heart, begin to feel the warmth arising. Let that warmth spread to your hands and your fingers. You can start to make movements, feeling the energy in the tips of your fingers as the thumb touches each one of them. And feel the energy in your toes, in your feet, in your ankles. And start to move that energy as you circle your ankles and you circle your wrists. And then give yourself a big stretch, inhaling, extending, waking up. And then you can bring the hands next to your hips and bend your knees. Bring your knees up to your chest and give yourself a big hug from the heart. And if you want to roll on your back, please do so. Moving and releasing any remaining knots. And then you can roll gently over to your right side. And just place your left hand on the earth for a moment and find your ground. And when you're ready, you can push yourself up to a seated position. And I'd like us all to close today's practice singing Om Shanti 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 together. Om is our universal sound, beginning, the in-between and the end, and Shanti's peace. So if everyone can place their hands in front of their heart center, let's just take a deep breath as we inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Listen, I wish you all a wonderful day. Thank you for this first live practice with me. Wow, I'm honored. I'm emotional. And I just wanted to let you know, I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video that I'm Amy with My Tree Yoga, and we are a wonderful collective of a variety of teachers who want to offer you a lot of love that we need right now. And Courtney is actually going to be teaching a class tomorrow, live at 9:30. I have a new video coming up today with the Ganesha Mudra we did along with another one. It's a brief practice that you can use for courage and fearlessness and reassurance in these times. Equally, next week, I plan to do another live video. I'm not sure when, and also a yoga nidra. So welcome again and goodbye, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Much love to you all. And thank you so much. Okay.